Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Aurora is an intensely unique and authentic individual, and I don't think she'd ever perform a song the same way twice. She's just too honest with her present emotions. So, even though I've heard a studio recording of today's song, I still need to see her perform it live. Let's see how lost she gets in the moment.
Five, four, three, two, one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He holds the gun against my head. I close my eyes and bang, I am dead.
It's so shiver-inducing right away. It's that presence of emotion, right? You feel it immediately. She's there with you. She took you to another place from the very first moment she started singing. This kind of honesty and presence is so hard to find in singers. It's hard to find in people, much less singers. And she takes it to another level. The moment she even starts counting, right, we feel this almost disturbing intensity immediately there with us. Oh, wow. Just incredible, incredible, incredible. I want to go back and take a look at a few of these moments when she will slightly alter things, and it's just so good. So we're going to talk about why it's so good, okay? Whew.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So even in these first two lines, the way she plays with rhythm is amazing. I love the way, instead of just counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 completely evenly as you would count down, there's a little hesitation on the first time before 1. And the second time, there's a little hesitation before 2. Little tiny details like this make a difference. It plays with our expectations. One more time from the beginning.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He holds the gun against my head. I close my eyes and bang, I am dead.
I keep getting shivers over and over. It's such an exquisite experience to listen to Aurora sing. I love the way this line is written, where she talks about holding the gun against it. It ascends, and she even does ascending slides with it as she's sort of raising that gun in her hands so that you can really visualize this with her. And then when she said bang, the way her eyes open, I don't think she's planned these things out. She's, again, so authentic in her performances. But it's like she's not just sculpting her voice, but she's creating all of these colors and images around her and just inviting us to see them with her. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go back just a little bit here.
He holds the gun against my head. I close my arms, and bang, I am dead. I know he knows that he's killing me for mercy, and here I go. Oh, 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 oh.
Man, I wish I knew who the guitarist and singer with her is. This is such a beautiful combination with the harmony here, and very fitting since this is really a story about a man and a woman. And uh, I love that we have this very light guitar as the accompaniment. It feels like it's a delicate story and wistful at the same time, where it's very much almost floating, imaginative. Aurora said at one point that these are characters that she has in her imagination, and this story came up and she just had to write a song about it, essentially. So it's so fascinating. Her brain is on another level. Wow, I want to go back and hear those harmonies again, because this is really pretty.
I know he knows that he's killing me for mercy, and here I go. Oh, 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 and here I go. Oh, 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 oh.
The way she shakes at the end, as if she almost has gotten too deep into this image, is just astonishing. And the way that their voices are moving together, I think that they're so sensitive to each other. And in this vision together, I love the very careful cutoffs and attacks together. And I like the balance of voices. You have a lot of there's an airiness and an immediateness of each voice, but it doesn't feel like they're the same. You've got a different kind of a slightly different timbre from each that makes it really easy to follow each individual voice while they complement each other. I really, really, really like this pairing. I'm going to go back a little bit in those O's one more time.
Oh, 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 and here I go. Oh, 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 oh.
It's so emotional, the O's, right? The way she paints it with her hands too, and you can hear that the hands affect how she phrases it. At one point, she sent it up with her hands, and you could hear the voice when it went up. It got lighter and trailed off a little earlier than some of the other ones there. It's just a beautiful and emotional, and it feels so real in the performance. Amazing, amazing.
Oh, 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 oh. And he holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to spare me from the awful things in life that comes, and he cries and cries. I know.
I don't know if I've ever gotten so many shivers in a song from the first 2 minutes, just over and over. I'm having these waves of shivers and moments where I have those bursts of tear ducts, but not, overflowing tears, just a burst that feels like emotion is overcoming me. How amazing would it have been to sit in this audience and have that happen live and feel how those waves of emotion were hitting the person next to you? Wow. The the wave of this overall, the way that they had a crescendo in it, had more body in the voice as well, and more urgency in the sound. It was gorgeous. I'm gonna come, let's see, back here maybe.
And he holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to spare me from the awful things in life that comes, and he cries and cries.
100%. This has zero pitch correction in it. I know people often ask me about that. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but there are little things that would a pitch corrector would have picked up. There's a few things in here where she goes just a tiny bit sharp, and that tiny bit of sharpness is part of the urgency and emotion that we're hearing. I was talking with another singer. Perfect tuning is just perfect tuning. It's not perfect singing, right? Perfect singing often, for me, will have fluctuations when it goes a little bit above that perfectly tuned note to give me a little more urgency in the emotion, or maybe it goes slightly down to give a little more pain in it. There's ways that you can become a more perfect singer by not always being perfectly tuned all the time. And Aurora definitely uses this, and her slides are so deliberate. If she had a lot of tuning on that, those slides would sound not that good, right? So I completely adore what she's doing here. I'm going to go back to it one more time. I'll point out a couple of spots where it goes just a teensy bit sharp, so you can note to yourself how that affects the emotional quality.
And he holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean
Right there on me.
no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to spare me from the awful things in life that comes, and he cries and cries.
Ugh.
I know he knows that he's killing me for mercy.
There are some really interesting harmony choices in here that make it more unique as well. And one of them is the way they just were going back. I think it was that parallel force, the parallel harmonies right there. They break a few of your traditional harmony rules, but they do it in a way that's just sudden and rather short and leaves it feeling extremely haunting. I'm like, that they've done that on purpose, and it stands out in my head and really lingers. Right here.
Killing me for mercy.
Right there.
And here I go. Oh, 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 oh. And here I go. Oh, oh.
Go back just a little bit. There's something interesting in there. So right there, the vowel shifts from O to A for a bit. And I was listening, and I thought, okay, I definitely heard Aurora shift it. Did he shift it as well? And the answer is he did. I think he's so sensitive to what she's doing, and they're very much in tune with each other.
And here I go.
Wow. The way she moves on stage it's so captivating. You can see all of these things again in her head, and the way she's seeing the various scene play out before her, and the way it's scary, but draws a person in at the same time. I love the shakes of her head. I think it's so interesting the way she's often up on her tiptoes while she's singing. That that can bother a lot of singers. A lot of singers have a feeling, need to feel more grounded, but something about that, I feel like it raises her into the scene more. It does not bother her vocally whatsoever. Just the general presentation of it is incredible. Not to mention, I absolutely love her style. It suits her. It's right on. Very cool.
He holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to spare me from the awful things in life that comes, and he cries and cries.
Whoa. Whoa. I don't think I've heard that much power enter her voice before. And there's even like a little pressing into it that gives it so much extra pain. Wow.
He holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to
It's so daring to do these kinds of slides, right? It's so much more than any other artist would normally attempt, and she just wrapped it into her signature style there. Whoa. I just love that. Earlier we had a part that was louder, but it wasn't this loud. The dynamic roller coaster of the song is really effective.
He holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to spare me from the awful things in life that comes, and he cries and cries.
Even the vibrato in the little spots where she lets it in, I don't think it's anything that's conscious. I think it's that extra vulnerability that comes into a moment, and it just expresses itself in vibrato. It's really, really beautiful. And I think it's fascinating the way that they pulled back on the phrase right before. Something about that specific decrescendo in that phrase kind of give you the impression of a person giving up, and it that brought those tears behind my eyes again. One more time.
He holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm, and he holds me tight. Oh, he did it all to spare me from the awful things in life that comes. He cries and cries. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The gone is gone, and so am I, and here I go.
Oh. those shivers once again. I was amazed to see the tears watering in her eyes. She's on that line of almost being unable to sing, but it feels like she's so immersed in this other realm that things like concerns about tears or emotions tightening up the voice. She's not going to care about anxiety, any of those kinds of things. They don't hit her because she's almost like not actually here. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Interesting also that the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s are a little more even rhythmically in this part. Wow, just look at her face and how truly in another world she is at this point.
3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The gone is gone, and so am I, and here I go.
Aurora isn't just an amazing musician and singer. It's about her entire person and the way she can transport herself into another dimension and then take us there with her. I feel like this is truly one of the definitions of modern magic. The way she is so true in an emotion, in a moment, and can feed that to you or to me and use that connection then between us to paint a story. It's incredible. This was a beautiful performance too, to have that extra male harmony in there. I'm thoroughly impressed, and I'm much more emotionally shaken than I thought I would be, even having heard the song before. It's wow, incredible, amazing. I think we all owe it to Aurora to deep dive into her music more, analyze it, understand this magic that she's creating. And I would love it if you would do that with me. I have a playlist over here that's all Aurora songs. I hope that you'll join me in being overwhelmed by her extraordinary artistic beauty. See you soon.